For one day you hear, and then you're gone. I know, yeah. Well, I know, yeah. Mama put me out at only 14, so I. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We visiting to talk about on this edition of Americans Game Show on this Thanksgiving Day. I have to thank God for living, for giving me another day to live. To give me another day to chop it up with y'all one more time. Because what happens, man, in the game is terrible. And today, I knew I was going to do this one for y'all on the day. Yes, indeed. I waited until Thanksgiving to do this because today is Thanksgiving. And we're going to chop it up about the one and only Marshawn Kneeland. That is absolutely correct. And we're going to give a round of applause to an organization, the Dallas Cowboys. That plays America's game. And I am definitely Prince Pierre, America's Game Show host, says and does the motherfucking most. Always remember to like, share, and subscribe to America's Game Show, Prince Pierre. And let's get on into it, y'all. So, unfortunately, on November 6th, when Dallas was on their bye, after losing to the Arizona Cardinals, they went on their bye. And then one night, Marshawn Kneeland did something that he wasn't supposed to do. That is take your own life. But Marshawn Kneeland was born July 8th, 2001. In Grand Rapids, Michigan. He grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, attending Goodwin Heights High School in Wyoming, Michigan, where he, of course, excelled in the sport of football. He was raised by his parents, Sean Kneeland and Wendy Kneeland, and he had siblings including AJ, Sean, Michael, and Yamaya. His mother, though, died unexpectedly in February of 24, just as Marshawn was preparing for the NFL draft. He honored his memory by marrying a small urn necklace containing some of her ashes. Before Marshawn Kneeland was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in the second round in the 2024 draft, he attended Western Michigan University, where he was a standout. And in the 24 draft, man, he was drafted. He appeared in 11 games, including 14 tackles. In 25, he stepped into a larger role on Monday night, where he recorded his first NFL touchdown by recovering a block punt. He wore 94. We know that. But we know that he passed away at the age of 24 from a apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound following a vehicle crash and a police pursuit in Frisco, Texas. Prior to the incident, dispatch audio identified his girlfriend had requested a welfare check after receiving messages from him expressing suicidal indication. The Cowboys organization described him as a beloved teammate and mourned his loss publicly, and the broader NFL community expressed their griefs and remembrance. Kneeland's story is one of determination, talent, and profound loss at a young at a young age. They basically said he's not remembered just for his athletic ability, but his commitment to his family, his dream of playing in the NFL, and his caring presence off the field. His life and career served as a reminder of the importance of mental health awareness, especially elite athletes navigating intense pressure and personal grief. As we sit here, man, on this Thanksgiving Day, eating turkey, having a good time with our family, which is what I'll be doing here in a few hours. All I want to tell y'all, man, do not take this breath for granted. Do not take this life for granted. Make sure that your mental health is on point. You know, he probably got into a crash. He probably was a little inebriated, and he took off. And then he realized, oh shit, I did a hit and run. I'm done. You know, he's probably going to jail. But now, we hope and pray that God has forgave him, that he's up there with him. But unfortunately, by the word, it does say that you should not commit that. That's right. Suicide statements in the Bible. Claim it don't state that. As we look it up, we were saying basically it is evil to fall on the sword. But if the man was not in his right mind, Apparently, he was not. That what would happen to him, because he would be up there sitting up there with the creator. But as I sit here today, man, doing what I'm doing, getting ready to go, I just want to let everybody know, man, this is gonna be a short one. Yeah, man, Marshawn Kneeland went way too soon. Just got drafted in 24 in the second 56 overall pick out of Western Michigan. Was a pretty good role player. Like I say, he had a good game where he recovered where he took a block punt and scored a touchdown on it. So he had a extreme high in the game of football on defense when the defensive player scored a touchdown. Because you prevent touchdowns, you usually don't score them. He was an excellent special team player. He was a great role player. He was drafted in the second round, so he was developing and probably to a good defensive end. That's the position that he played. Dallas ended up taking, you know, 41 was in the second round. But it ain't about him. It's been prayers and blessings to the Kneeland family. Hope they're overcoming that grief. The grief is going to be big today because they were expecting to have a little turkey with him after this game. Expecting to watch him play today. And unfortunately, he decided that it was too tough. And he went and picked up that pistol and pulled it to his head. And said it was over. He wasn't thinking about making plays. He was still grieving over his mother. He's a very quiet guy. I knew about him, but he was very quiet. Man of few words. Big player. I ain't gonna say he was a star or nothing like that. He was probably developing into a solid NFL player. He was a prototypical defensive end. He had the size, he had the strength, and he had the doggone me build for being a good NFL defensive end. But we'll never know what he could ever be because unfortunately he took his life. Now, selfishly for the Cowboys, they have been paying homage to the man, have a 94 flag for him. And definitely, he was committed to the service for the Dallas Cowboys. It's just sometimes when you go home and leave the facility, that's when real life kick in. And I go to that facility, man, it's fun to them. Regardless they win, lose, or draw, getting prepared for an opponent. They was on the bye, so they was getting ready, to relax and get ready for the Raiders. That they defeated, and they also defeated the Eagles. So Dallas has got a purpose now to just try to play excellent football for him and to enjoy the game that they play and maximize every moment that they have and maximize every moment that you have as an individual human being is watching this presentation. But as I close, man, always remember, you can be laughing and chopping it up with your friend. You could be laughing and chopping it up with your mama and your daddy and your family members, man. But what could happen to you, man? Nobody is above what Marshawn does. It doesn't take nothing but a catastrophic moment to hit you, and you think there's no way out. Didn't want to face the consequences of what he did in that vehicle, in that wreck, in that car wreck. Then he went on the chase and he went down an embankment. He went on in there and did this to himself. That's sad. But we don't want to remember the man as that. We want to remember the man as a good son, a good brother, you know, a good cousin and a good nephew, and a great teammate for Western Michigan, and also his Wyoming high school team, and also the Dallas Cowboys. Seemed like he was a model citizen before that day. But, for that situation. And don't take nothing but a moment, man, to blow something up, man. Don't take number one mistake to make something compound into a greater travesty and tragedy. We all had trials and tribulations. We all got to fight through it. And we got to continue to fight. And this wish that Marshawn would continue to fight. And stood up and just told the people in that doggone jury, yeah, what it is. Even his girlfriend said that he talked to him and told him that he was talking crazy. That he was still contemplating suicide. Nothing that woman can tell him. And things she could have told him, she could have lied about something, said she was pregnant or some shit. But, that'd have been the only thing she probably been able to tell that man at that time. But that ain't coming to your mind. You just shocked that this man is contemplating this. And about it, she called them people. I think the worst thing she did was hang the phone up on him. She just kept talking to him. But she said she called the police. And she might well still talking to him, so I'm not going to sit here and speculate. Okay? But all I will say, man, is rest in peace, Marshawn Kneeland. Hope you're sitting up there with the Most High. Hope you enjoy that turkey, and hope you watch this team. It's America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, go out there, execute America's scheme. That's what we want. Let's get a win for Marshawn Kneeland today. Regardless of you haters and whoever you non-participators and skeptics. It is what it is. You got to root for who you want to root for. But I'm definitely rooting for the Dallas Cowboys. And always remember Marshawn Kneeland, man. Remember Marshawn Kneeland. Much love and respect to Mr. Kneeland. Marshawn. Yeah, glad I hate you gone, man. I don't know you, never met you. Sound like you probably was a good brother. And we're going to be out of here, man.
Start selling crack, cocaine, and codeine. Time to stack some paper. I gotta do it quick. Thinking I'm a juvenile, but they don't know who they messing with. Yeah, my mama's only son. But I live every day like it's my motherfucking last one. Every nigga in their mama asking why. But I'm in the game, live by the game, and in the game I'ma die. And if I die, or should I say, if I go, bury me in home park next to the come and go. Cause tomorrow ain't promised to me. The only thing promised to a player is the penitentiary. So I'ma take care of my business on the smooth tip. Watch my back, selling crack and pack two clips. And when you think about that, you say it'll be on. It's a trip to here today, but the next day you're gone. One day, and then you're gone. The next day you're gone. One day you're